What is going on, boys and girls? My name is Gio, and welcome to my first ever grading reveal. So I sent my cards off to Ace Grading, just because the UK aspect, not sending them to America, not waiting 3-4 months, quicker turnaround time, nice labels, good slabs. The labels really won me over, and I like quality of Ace slabs. I believe in Ace. I know the value's not necessarily there, but yeah. So let's talk about it. I sent off 5 grey felt Van Goghs. And all 5 gem mint 10. So that's a bit of a win. Really happy with that. I will be selling a couple of these on my eBay. I might link that down below if I do end up posting this on social media or something. I'm not too sure yet, but yeah, if you're interested, you're in the market for one of them, hit me up. I'm your guy. So let's carry on. So next up, similar to the grey felts, I sent off a batch of 5 cracked ice Rayquaza Pokemon Centers. One did get a 9. I think it was due to surface, or it was edges, I'm not sure, I can't remember. Let's have a quick look. Yeah, edges look fine, so it's probably surface. I did check or something, I forgot. However, the other 4 are all gem mint 10, so I'm super happy with that. I think this is a really nice card. I think the label really does pop off. So really happy to get these. I'm probably going to sell 1 or 2 of these as well, because I don't really need 4 realistically. But yeah, I think it's a stunning card. Next up is interesting, and it's leading on from this. I got an error label on my first ever submission. Sorry, Ace, this is probably not the press you wanted, but they have, as you can see, 2016 Rayquaza Pokemon Scan Finishing. That is not what this is. This is an ultra rare from Dragon Blast, I think it is. They got the grade right though. It is a 6. I sent it off knowing it would be low graded because she's a little bit beat up. I was trying to get a 7. It's a crazy big card, so I was hoping for a 7, but a 6 is fair. I have no complaints on the grade whatsoever. But yeah, error label on my first ever submission. Probably going to keep it like this. Truthfully, I know. I'm sure if I contacted them, they'll correct it for me, but it's cooler this way. And it being a 6 anyway, you know, it's not something I probably really need to look into changing. But yeah. Speaking of the error label, Randy, if you want to give me compensation for that error label, you can boost this next card up a grade, buddy. I'll let you. So this next one hurt. Out of all the submissions, this is the one that made me a little bit upset. I name an 8. All 3 subcards is a 10, but apparently the surface is a 7, which is fair enough. There's probably something I've not seen. That's the thing with surface, and a lot of these grades where they're 8s or there's even a 7 in here, it's surface. It's stuff I've probably just not seen with my naked eye, or, you know, I'm not doubting them. It's just, yeah, not something that I've personally seen. So an 8 in this hurt a little bit. I was thinking about building an Ace Poncho collection, which is already a really hard task because not many people are crazy enough to grade a Poncho with Ace because the value's in PSA, but I didn't plan on selling them anyway. So I could send this PSA and hope for a 9 value-wise, but I don't actually know if I want to do that because you'll see why next. I don't know if I want to split it up from its brother. So we did get 1 gem at 10, and I'm really happy with that. I would rather have a 10 and an 8 than 2 9s, so I'm not going to sit here and cry about it. But yeah, the fact that one's a 10 and one's an 8 is a bit does leave me between a rock and a hard place, because if I want to keep the Ace collection of ponchos going, this leaves me with many questions. But I'm sort of digressing. This is going to turn into a 20-minute vlog. I'm just trying to speed through stuff. This is why I can't create for social media, because everything's just going to be such a long, boring rant that nobody wants to sit here and listen to. So apologies, I'm rambling. But yeah, that is definitely the best card of the submission. Highest value, most rare, most hyped, a grail. I bought these so as you can probably tell, is a theme of 2016 Japanese cards. 2016, I took a trip to Japan and I bought all these myself. I had no idea ponchos would be ponchos. I just bought the box. I didn't even know what the box was. I just bought it at the Pokemon Center. And yeah, I managed to get this absolute grail of a card that nowadays is stupid money. I'm not some trillionaire. I'm just a kid who got really lucky on a trip to Japan. So next up, speaking of that Japan trip, I have 2 slabs that I knew would grade poorly, but I wanted to just get them in slabs because to me, they were 2 of my favourite pickups. They're both 5s, but they're both really rare cards. I did think that this was a Coral comic one, and it's not. It's a how to play. A little bit disappointed in that, if I'm honest with you, because I think the Coral comics have such a more interesting background, but still, 2 super rare cards, super cool, and I'm really happy just to get them in a slab, physically graded in a slab. It's not necessarily about the grade on them. Carrying on from that, this one kind of popped off. I didn't expect a 9 in this. I think this is a really decent grade for such a nice card. I think the CDs are absolutely solid. Also, by the way, shout out this slab holder. My friend 3D prints them, so I will link his eBay in the description. If I do ever end up posting this, I don't know if I will, but if I do, and you think, oh, that's nice, I want to put he does multiple colours as well. I should probably get like a red one for stuff like this. But yeah, shout out to you, Tom and Abby. But there you go, that's a crazy card. I'll try to speed them up because we're 5 minutes in, and I don't know if anyone's ever going to watch this, but there you go. Next up, we have a Houndoom, Crossing the Runes, 9. I can't remember what this was. I did check the subgrades, but I've forgotten. Lovely little swirl. I remember it was close. I think it was 2 10s and 2 9s, so it was pretty close. It was only 1 sub off being a 10. Beautiful swirl, nice card. Next up, following the theme of Crossing the Ruins, we did hit a 10. We hit the Tyranitar in a 10. Lovely little swirl. Yeah, again, all these I picked up personally in Japan. I had no idea of values. I just went a little bit crazy, and majority of them were not stored well. They were in like just penny sleeves in a box. Like, it's not like today with all these top loader binders and, you know, everybody really taking super care of the cards. So yeah, to hit a 10, super happy with that. Lovely swirl. I think it's a really nice card. So next up, I heard the Ace was super harsh on vintage, everybody said, but I still sent these boys off. A Nidoking from base and a Nidoqueen from jungle. Both swirls, both really nice cards. Both 10 in 3 subcategories, but a 7 on surface. It's a running theme across all these 8s pretty much, is there's a 7 on the surface, or something I can't see personally with my eye. But yeah, I think that, you know, I'm not complaining about the grades. There's something they see I don't. But that's probably what I expected when I sent off all vintage. And the reason I'm alluding to that is because... Actually, we'll save that for the end. We'll save the Next up, really surprised at this one. It was a Pack Fresh, Master Ball, Mewtwo, same again, 7 on the surface, 10 everywhere else, so something I haven't seen. I'd be honest, I thought that was like, out of all of them, I thought that was probably one of my guaranteed 10s, and the other ones weren't. Yeah, not complaining, again, just a little bit like, yeah, I'll say disappointing. That's fair, because obviously I didn't see it personally, but I'm not arguing with it, just the way it is. One of those things. Yep, same again, running theme. An 8. All 10s, surface 7. Really nice card. I paid like 500 yen for this, so I can't complain. Nice card to have. I think this label's really nice. Good match. Now, this one sucks, because it's a beautiful base set. Raichu, nice swirl, and a 6 surface. This one I could see though. I'm pretty sure there was a scratch on the hollow, like here I think it is. You can't see it. Can you see that? There, you see that. It's the hollow of the surface. Like that one isn't good. That makes sense. I can see that. So I understand why that's got that. But at first I didn't notice that when I sent it off. I like super focused on edges, centering, corners. So like I've got a lot of cards that didn't send you to centering. But this one I thought had a good chance, but obviously I never inspected the surface, like you can see now. And my main takeaway from this grading submission is surface is hella important. I focused heavily on corners, edges, and centering, and it shows in my grades. A lot of the 8s and stuff and 7s, yeah, like this one. So yeah, but it's my first ever submission. I didn't know what to look for. I feel like I've learned a lot from it. But yeah, I'm really happy with the results overall. But we still have 2 cards to go. They are both Gem Mint 10s. Next up. So it's not a Moonbryon or anything crazy like that, but it is an Umbreon EX. And yet again, I think for me, this card is such a nice label. I didn't see any of these labels like going into this. I didn't search up what the Ace labels were. So I peeked at some grades online. So I sort of knew what was coming back. But when I unboxed them, I got to see all the labels for the first time, and I think this label is really, really nice. I think it's a beautiful card. Even though it's not crazy value-wise, I think it's about $150 or something. I think it's a fucking sick card. Super nice. And then the last submission, the last card of the sub. So this one, I'm blown away by. At a vintage 10. Everybody says how stingy Ace are with vintage. And we've pulled off a 1997 Jungle Vaporeon 10. Just an absolutely beautiful card. Never in my wildest dreams did I think I thought like it would be the same as others, you know, an 8 or a 9 potentially, but yeah, really happy with this. This is for me I don't want to say the highlight because obviously we've got a poncho and a 10, but it's definitely up there. So these two for me are the absolutely crazy returns. Like I said, truthfully, I'm slightly disappointed in this. I'd have hoped for at least a 9. I didn't actually think I'd get an 8, but I'm not questioning it. There will be a reason. Is that a scratch? It's probably that. If it is, I'm not sure, but yeah, super over the moon with that Vaporeon in a 10. And that's it, guys. I don't know if I'll ever post this. I don't know if I'll ever do anything with it. It's 11 minutes of me talking into the camera, showing off my subs, but it's a really exciting process grading my cards. It's my first time ever doing it. I actually have since sent another submission, not as big as this. It's only like 12 cards and nothing crazy value-wise like this. This was like my grails of my collection that I did want to get slabbed. But yeah, quite fun. I think the Ace, like the whole process is super great. How they update you on the submission dashboard, they keep you informed all the way throughout. The only sort of, I don't know if complaints are the right word because a lot of them aren't their fault. So my package got handed to my neighbour from DHL, which is fucking crazy. Luckily my neighbours are super good people, and I get on with them, and they handed it me no problems, but could you imagine if they didn't? And yeah, the fact I got an error label on my first ever sub. I'm not trying to shit on them. This probably isn't the best press for them, but yeah, that's kind of crazy. I think I'm going to keep it error though. I like it. It's unique. It's different. I wasn't planning on selling this anyway. It's obviously a 6. Like, not many people want to buy 6s. I was hoping for a 7, but that's fair enough. But yeah, there you go. I think that's everything. Take care. Have a good day. Yeah, shout out Ace, to be fair. Overall, super happy. A lot of the labels are absolutely stunning. And the quality of the slabs are unbelievable. They fucking shit all over PSA.